Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Good evening, everyone. The woman driving a car which killed her former partner, Jari Wise, in 2020, has told a coronial inquest she didn't know what she'd hit at the time. Convicted for dangerous driving, Melissa Oates was never held responsible for the fatality.
Tense scenes at Hobart Magistrates Court on the final day of an inquest into the death of 26-year-old Jari Wise. Only one person left to testify after years of silence. Melissa Oates, the deceased's former partner, mother to his child, and driver behind the wheel of the car which killed him in 2020, questioned via video link. Forced to relive the night, Oates says the pair had been drinking at a friend's house and argued before Wise left on foot. Oates departing in a Hyundai Getz after some time, intoxicated and at 110 kilometres an hour. The witness claimed she was driving along Wilmot Road in Huonville to pick her partner up and take him to their shared home in Lucaston. Evidence showing multiple phone calls exchanged between them, as well as a text from Wise reading, "Please go back." Despite turning the car around, Oates claims she never saw the message and instead was heading towards the highway to look for him there. Recalling a bang, Oates said, "I didn't know if Jari had been along there or if he had thrown something at the car or if it was an animal." Also stating she didn't see Jari but also didn't swerve or stop the car. The long-awaited inquest ordered by the former Attorney General now over. Wise's loved ones anxiously waiting for Coroner Simon Cooper to release his findings to learn how this chapter ends. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
Serious allegations of misconduct at the Launceston General Hospital will be investigated and reviewed by an independent expert. The move follows calls from the Greens in the wake of explosive claims made at a parliamentary inquiry yesterday. Today, the government's focus was on seafood and jobs in Huonville after a last-minute lifeline saved a seafood producer from liquidation.
The first bite of a delicacy. Salmon, scallops and now sea urchins on the menu at Tasmania Blue Seafoods, which formally launched in Huonville today.
We can really only supply product for here for 6 or 7 months of the year. So to form a partnership with KSF Australia has been a marriage made in heaven for us.
The local and Japanese partnership ensuring the facility remains open after the predecessor company neared liquidation. Multiple jobs also reeled in.
Not only save 25 jobs, but also the prospect, and highly likely prospect, of jobs growth.
While for the Greens, the fallout from allegations made at yesterday's ambulance ramping inquiry by whistleblower Amanda Duncan were front of mind. Today, delivering a letter urging the Health Minister to launch an independent investigation.
That must be done by a person who brings a completely independent, objective view to the situation and can assess what is now a substantial amount of information that's been presented.
Guy Barnett says the recent allegations that hospital records at LGH were falsified are very serious, with the Health Department identifying which cases are the subject of the claims. Adding cases will be reviewed by an independent clinical expert.
In terms of the allegations, they do need to be investigated by the relevant authorities.
A general review of all death data at the Launceston General Hospital is also underway. In a trying week for government, questions regarding the outcome of Friday's meeting with the Premier and Independents John Tucker and Lara Alexander continues, as speculation regarding an early election still lingers.
John and Lara have their position, I have mine. I'm firm, I'm clear, I'm wanting certainty and stability, and I believe that's the best way for Tasmania to go forward.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
As families get ready to send their kids off to school, Labor's spruiking its multi-million-dollar plan to keep costs low for families like the Saunders, who are preparing to send 2 children off to school.
2 new pairs of shoes, 2 school uniforms, 2 bags, and the power bill and the water bill just arrived last week as well. So it's an expensive time of year.
Whether that's being able to pay school fees in quarterly payments or through direct debit as an automatic option, whether it's $1 million excursion fund so that more kids can experience excursions.
The government says its student assistance scheme helps families feeling financial stress as a result of the rising cost of living. The scheme will also prevent students missing out even if levies can't be paid. The standoff between Tasports and the Maritime Union has been resolved for now. An in-principle agreement was reached late this afternoon, with marine pilots expected to receive a 12% pay rise over 3 years. The decision comes after union members made a last-minute call to back out of more planned strikes, today returning to the negotiating table. The two parties had been locked in a bitter pay dispute. Prolonged industrial action resulting in multiple cruise ships ditching a Tasmanian stopover from their destination lists. Normal port operations are expected to resume as soon as possible. More than 30 graduate allied health professionals have started work across Tasmania, boosting the state's health system. The $1 Million Health Scholarship Program provides an initial payment of $15,000 to recipients, with a further $10,000 given upon completing 3 years of service in Tasmania.
It has resulted in recruitment outcomes above and beyond probably what we would have otherwise expected, and it's a really fantastic initiative that is putting Tasmania on the map.
Right now it's a rotational role. Right now I'm in a general medical rotation, and that's in the hospital directly here. I'm hoping to get out of it, just learn a bit about everything. Right now it's still fresh out for all of us.
Most of these scholarship recipients have studied interstate and have moved to Tasmania to begin their careers. Aspiring medical professionals are back on the ground after what they're describing as a life-changing experience. They've put their skills to the test, spending time lending a helping hand in some of the country's most remote communities.
The next generation taking their medical careers to the bush, off to a flying start.
It was absolutely incredible to work with the flight nurses and the wealth of knowledge that they held.
The Royal Flying Doctor Service celebrating Tasmania's 6 scholarship recipients, recognising their healthy contributions to rural and remote communities across the country.
That opportunity that's not textbook, and I think it's about making connections as well.
Young nurses, doctors and dental assistants among the students spending time on the ground, learning valuable hands-on experience.
It is actually life-changing, opening the eyes and actually just seeing the difference that it makes and how rewarding that is.
Travelling thousands of kilometres, navigating the complexities of delivering care in challenging situations every step of the way.
Resources is a really big challenge for a lot of rural communities.
The long-running scholarship program also a measured remedy to attract and retain long-term staff.
We know we have significant workforce issues. If that sparks some sort of interest, that's fabulous too.
Inspiring more careers on the ground and in the sky. Victoria Easto, 7 Tasmania News.
We're taking you inside the ring tonight as a polish is put on Tasmania's answer to WrestleMania. Annihilation 11 pits the state's best wrestlers against each other, and some of them are out for revenge.
Table smashing, back cracking, edge of your seat fun.
We're probably the biggest hidden secret in Tasmania, and you should come and check it out because it'll be the best 3 hours of entertainment you will get.
Annihilation 11, Tasmanian Championship Wrestling's showcase event, smashes into Elfin Sports Centre this weekend. Training in a Launceston warehouse, today's final session was getting a bit heated as two old foes prepare to face off in the main event.
Never gotten a win over me. I'm feeling pretty confident.
You seem to be clutching that belt pretty tightly, Elliot.
Well, it is mine, I want it. And he's coming in real confident, but I'm a different man.
The only female, Ali Galvin, will be sending a strong message to her male opponent in the spectacle that's part entertainment and part serious sport.
I'm going to hit Dylan Daniels as hard as I can this Saturday, but also I'm going to put on one hell of a show.
Most of the wrestlers competing on Saturday night are local hopes, so why not throw another hat in the ring and unveil my alter ego, the reporter? Oh, maybe not.
Everyone has their preconceived notions of what it is, and there's still a lot of people that think it's a bit too lowbrow for them, but once they come in and the lights are off and crowds are screaming and guys are in the ring hitting each other, throwing each other around. Everyone gets involved.
The question is, will the TCW title belt change hands?
Look forward to wiping that smug smile off your face.
Just come on, come and try it. I dare you.
Gentlemen, keep the peace.
Nick Kelly, 7 Tasmania News.
Well, more bad news for those looking to secure a rental after Hobart's vacancy rate fell to just 1% last month, according to new PropTrack data. The region has also seen the largest decline to the vacancy rate in the country during the past quarter. In regional Tasmania, the vacancy rate is sitting 35% below its pre-pandemic level in 2020. A Tasmanian school is one of a select few across the country provided with a new teaching tool to address scientific problems facing our kids. It will allow Hobart Southern School students to experiment with technologies like wind and solar energy.
Ensuring as many Tasmanian kids have the chance to study a STEM subject. The Southern Support School, the latest beneficiary of a stellar kit from the Australian Academy of Technological Sciences and Engineering, ahead of students returning tomorrow.
It might take different ways to do it, but they all need to know about the world they live in, how that's changing through climate change, for example, and it will inform decisions they make about their own lives in the future.
The Stellar program tapping into a high level of concern that many students have about global warming, climate change and sustainability. The program raising interest in renewable technologies like solar-powered cars through the teaching modules in the kits.
By having some very exciting objects that move by themselves, we could explore things such as the friction down a slope, over carpet, over wood, over some smooth plastics.
Stella also helps students to understand more about potential careers in science, technology and engineering, and to empower them with the skills and capability to be part of the green energy revolution that we know Australia can and must have.
Hoping to instil a love of science and curiosity within students. Melinda Ogden, 7 Tasmania News.
After scoring 40 off 31 on his Big Bash debut, Indian import Nikhil Chowdhury was the fire in the belly that kept the cane train on track this season. So it's no surprise they want him back. The leg-spinning all-rounder inking a 3-year extension today, taking him through to 2027. But he says they won't need that long to claim the trophy, believing there's no reason they won't make finals next year.
On paper, our team is the best team in the comp, as even our skipper said that a couple of times before, and we really played like that, but we just need to get a couple things right.
Chowdhury was signed from a domestic T20 tournament, which means he doesn't count towards the overseas player quota. With the final TSL season around the corner, South Launceston Bulldogs are putting themselves in the running to join the new Northern Premier League. The second club so far to express interest in jumping up from the NTFA, wanting to give their juniors the best possible pathway.
We sat down and assessed it, mate. We thought with the way our juniors have been travelling the past years and the way we're structured as a club, we do tick all the boxes. It's just the right path for the club to go down.
The pitch is being celebrated by the club's newest recruits.
It's exciting because it just shows that they want to be the best they can and not be stuck in a lower division playing an easy competition. They want to push to be the best they can.
There's a massive drive to win a flag here, all 4 really, with the women's, 18s, reserves and seniors.
The Dogs will be taking no prisoners this season after being knocked out of preliminary finals by Rochalee last year. Back-to-back Launceston Cup winner Aurora's Symphony has drawn barrier 2 for Sunday's Hobart Cup. The top weight will race with 59.5 kilograms after a win at Flemington last month. Race favourite Kiwi nag Alhambra Lad will take the middle lane after drawing barrier 9. And Kim, local jockey David Pyers is going for his 3rd cup on Nico the Greek, so good luck to him.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much there, Nick.
Good evening. Hobart 22 today, just about on the February average. Launceston reached 25 and along with Friendly Beaches was the state's high. Devonport 21 today and Burnie 23. Bushy Park, Grove and Smithton 23 as well. St Helens 22, King and Flinders Islands and Low Head 21. Strawn 18, Lyawini a 1 overnight to a high of 17 today. Partly cloudy conditions over the state, increasing over the northeast where Grey recorded a couple of millimetres of rain to 4 p.m. A band of cloud is over eastern New South Wales. showers. Cloud further north and east is associated with thunderstorms. Tomorrow a trough extends from near Perth along the coast past Darwin and back down to eastern parts, a high pressure ridge to the south influencing our weather. We'll have lighter winds over the lakes along with the west and north, but north to northeasterly should peak at 30 knots over the east, and we do have a strong wind warning for that stretch of coastline from Wineglass Bay to Tasman Island. Hobart tomorrow, 25 and partly cloudy, 24 the top for Cygnet, nice for New Norfolk, 27 degrees. Launceston, 25, cloud clearing, partly cloudy for Devonport and 21, 25 the high for Campbelltown. 20 for Burnie and mostly sunny, bit of cloud for Strawn but fine, 20 as well and 22 the top for Smithton. 23 for St Helens, Swansea 25 and 24 for Fingal, all fine and partly cloudy. On Friday, a fine day for Derby Day in Hobart and sunny for most of the state as well. Good weather on Saturday for the Annihilation 11 Wrestling Spectacular, but that's indoors so it's no problem. I know I'll get slammed for that one. And on Sunday, a fine and partly cloudy 25 for the Hobart Cup, 26 on the way in Launceston. Sunny and 39 in Perth, a nice day on the way for Adelaideans. Sunny as well in Melbourne, a cloudy 25 in Sydney, a few showers for Brisbane. Partly cloudy but fine, 17 right now in Hobart, clear in Launceston 22 currently and 20 right now in Devonport. Kim, this week looks like we're going to have more than one day of summer in a row. Great.
I like it. Thank you, Murph. And that wraps up your midweek news. I'll be back later with updates. Thanks for joining us. Good night.